Good morning, folks. I figure I'd give you a little walkabout at the ranch here, show you what's growing here. We have one more cold night tonight and we might get lots of apples. We have over 20 apple trees, maybe 12 varieties. This could be the first year we get apples on a lot of them. The purple Orach I've been feeding to the chickens. They love it. So you just pick the big ones here and then the little ones come up and grow in place of it. Very nutritious for the birds, and they love Orach. You see all the cats are coming to join me. So we got the beds prepped for planting this week. We're going to start planting during the new moon, right after the new moon, for all the gibbous phase. So we'll be planting painted mountain corn in here and some veg. We lost all of our apricots, the Manchurian apricots. They did form, but they all froze off. There's a few late flowers that might give us an apricot or two, and we're just waiting on that. But what we do have is our plums did not freeze, so we have lots of plums this year. Probably we have 20 plants. Oh, look at the little ladybugger. Hello, ladybug. So our service berries are flowering late. They didn't get hammered, and so we're going to have tons of what appears to be blueberries-like berries, or service berries. We have several of these around the property. I can actually show you some plums that have developed, because I saw them yesterday, and there they are right there. I wonder if you can see those. There's our plums. And we have lots of plum trees. There's going to be thousands and thousands of plums. They're little, 1 to 2 inches, and they're delicious. We got some Nanking cherries forming. See if I can get that one in there. And these are a very delicious tart cherry that you got to eat before the birds find them. And so we have lots of Nanking cherries around the property, and it's good to see the cherries form. Here's another plum tree with lots of plums. So we're gonna have a great fruit year, and really stoked about that. I can't wait for the apples. We've had so many freezes for the last 5 years. We've only ever had one apple tree get apples. It's going to be much different. Plus we've got we planted a whole bunch of new apples. And we've got berries, service berry, and there's some currant over there. All different types of currants. So let's run into the greenhouse here and check out what's going on. This is the upper greenhouse. The earth tube heated geothermal greenhouse. This is a new planting area I did. We've expanded this. It's got plums, aspen, just a bunch of stuff I planted in there. And you can see the service berry flowering out there next to a flowering apple, next to a flowering pear. We should get a lot of pears because our pears did pretty good this year and held the fruit. About to plant some Russell's lupine, which is a perennial and a beautiful flower. It gets 3 or 4 feet high. Great for pollinators, so probably do that in 2 days. I'm just hardening these off. And so now we're in the earth tube heated geothermal greenhouse where we've transitioned to summer veg. We're already producing, there's probably 1, 2, well, you can see all the cukes on there. See if I can find a big one. We just ate the first full-size one yesterday. Here's one here. So the key to cukes is when the plant starts producing, you want to pull off all the small fruit early, and it will produce much quicker. So we're pulling off some cukes. These are white spike, an excellent cucumber for pickling. Has a little thicker, robust skin, super crunchy, and just fantastically delicious. And so get about 1 a day. This one will come off tomorrow, and then so on and so forth. We've got all heirloom varieties of tomatoes in here. I've replanted some lettuce. Here's some cukes and some peppers we've got going. So we've got lots of tomatoes are going to be producing in here. The chard looks great. And the tomatoes will be producing. There's some cukes down there. Oh, this has got a pepper on it already. That looks like poblano maybe. And I got some nice potted peppers. that are producing, and obviously cherry tomatoes. There's a orange tree. Harvested some potatoes for dinner the other night. It was great. They were babies. So if you want to grow potatoes in your greenhouse, in just about 1 month you'll get baby potatoes. I put 3 or 4 potatoes in here, and I will probably get 100 small potatoes when I harvest this in just a little bit. I actually have a peach on this tree. I wonder if it's still here. I saw it yesterday. Wow, it's right there. Look at that. So that's how peaches grow. And we've got some really cool Malabar spinach growing up here. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I grew this from seed. So it'll be interesting to see how these go this year. I've never been able to grow these from seed. And here they are. Our Malabar spinach. Nice looking fig. And these are our melons. These are all heirloom melons that are grown from natives. This is the Edo melon and the Chameo. And they grow, you know, like cantaloupe type melons. So that's pretty cool. I think I might have to get some water on that nasturtium, don't you? Here's our pollinator special table. It's going to be amazing. I got some salvia. This is some California poppy. We got some snapdragons back there. I potted some tomatoes this year, so we'll see how potted tomatoes produce. Obviously they're producing. There's tomatoes on them. So that's pretty cool. And that's the state of the greenhouse up here, as best as I can do. We've got some pineapple heads that are rooting and flowering. First year ever I did sweet potato slips, and that's what they look like after they grow out for about 2 weeks. This one is also 2 weeks old, so clearly they have different root structures. If you want to know what the sweet potato slips are, we did a video and I showed you that all you gotta do is soak half a potato on some toothpicks here, soak it underwater, and then keep it in a warm spot, and then you get these roots that form out of the side, like that. Now what you're going to want to do is carefully take a knife in there and cut that portion off of the sweet potato. You can leave a little sweet potato and then just bury it. Bury the roots. So I'm about to plant these 2 slips in a few days. Let's just get them roots back in the water. And you want to keep the water up over the potato, or the roots will dry out in that cusp and your slip will die. That's what we're doing there. Take a look at that. That is a dragon fruit growing on this rosemary tree. Pretty cool what happens in here. Also, going to try this Okinawa spinach, which is pretty similar to Malabar or longevity spinach. Not a spinach, more of a house plant, but excellent for human health. So that's what we got growing up here. What are you growing? And tomorrow we'll go down to the other greenhouse and we'll check out what's going on down there with the climate battery. Alright guys, be safe and plant a seed. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And I'm going to get eating this cuke.